Hey there, Prairie Plant Girl here. I wanted to bring you in to show you the Ruby Spice Summersweet shrub that I planted. It was 2 summers ago, so this will be its second full year in my garden. And I had a viewer had seen that old video of me planting it and wanted to know how it's doing now, as they're looking for one to put in their yard. And they live in a similar climate to me. I live in Saskatchewan, Canada. I'm in the kind of more southern central part of the province, and my climate zone is about a zone 4 now. We've moved up from a zone 3B to a zone 4. So this is just a little update on how this plant is growing. So when that person asked, it was about a month ago. This is now the 23rd, I think, of June, and these plants take a really long time to leaf out. So I had said to that viewer that I would give an update once it had leafed out. So you can see if you recall that video from before, the shrub was quite full looking, and it has lost some of its size. So I'm a little bit concerned about that. It is still in, I think, a really good space. I don't think I was giving it enough water the first year, and it has a lot of dieback every winter. So even though it's supposed to be hardy to zone 3, you can see like this is dead wood. It's just easily snapping off. There is a little sprout coming right down in here, so I'm just trying to leave it because it's still leafing out. These don't seem to this shrub doesn't seem to leaf out for me until close to my average last frost date, or even after. It's one of the last things. Now this area of the yard is one of the last places to probably thaw out to, so yours might leaf out sooner for you if you have it in a warmer area of your yard. So I think if I had this out somewhere else, it would have a little bit longer growing season. It might be doing better. But plants that are planted, usually their first year they say they sleep, so they're just getting their roots established. You can't really see much happening above ground. And then the second year they creep, so they'll put on a little bit of growth, but still it won't seem like they're really doing much. The third year they leap. So this one has put on, since it's leafed out, it's already put on quite a bit of growth. And I'm really excited to see what it does next year. I do think that it's just settling in. These sweet shrub bloom in the summer with, I believe these are kind of a pinky white bloom, and even in shady spots. And to get a shrub that blooms in the summer is fantastic here in my climate, and to get one that will bloom in the shade is even better. So this is a part shade location. It gets mostly morning sun. We're now at about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and you can see there's a little bit of dappled sun on it here, and it will get dappled sun through the afternoon and it gets more morning sun. So it should be in a really good spot. They do like a lot of water. I have a drip tube, so I have a solid tube coming from my drip tubing that's through the flower garden, and then it has a 2-gallon, I believe, per hour emitter on it, and these run for about 20 minutes every other day. I have it turned off right now because we did just get an inch of rain. The soil is fairly moist, but I didn't have that hooked up last year, so I think that was something that was hurting this plant. Another thing is these like acidic soil, and my soil tends to be not overly acidic. So I am going to add some acidifier around the base of the plant. And then there's some really pale yellow leaves on some of the newest growth. So I'm also going to add a little bit of fertilizer. I don't normally fertilize my shrubs, but this one looks like it's needing just a little bit of iron, and then the more acidic soil will help it to take in that iron as well. So I'm just going to sprinkle some amendments just around on the ground and work them in, and that should make this shrub just that little bit happier. And I can do that once a month, and for one shrub, especially while it's getting established in my garden, I don't think that's too much to ask. You might want something that's a little more self-sufficient, and again, your area might have more acidic soil, might have more available nutrients to the plant, and so you might not need to do those steps. But I'm finding for this one that it just does need that, and I haven't done anything for it yet this year, so I think it's time to get on it. So just try and give you a little bit better shot of the leaf here. You can see how it has the pale yellow over on the leaf, and then it has very dark veining through it and that new growth. So it's definitely needing some nutrition, and would probably like to have that more pH soil that'll help it to take up the iron in that's in the soil. A little bit of burning on the edges of the leaves also indicates that. So that's why I want to give it that treatment, give it a little extra special treatment there. So this is what I'm going to be using for the acidifier. It's just what I can find available to me here in my area. So you might be able to find something different. It's just aluminum sulfate. It's made for kind of a temporary quick dose to acidify plants like hydrangeas, and it also works well on other shrubs I've found in the past or plants that want some more acidity. And there's different ways to apply it depending on what you're applying it for and what plant it is. So this one just says about half a cup, sprinkled around the perimeter, staying away from the stem of the base of the plant, and then worked into the soil. So that's what I'll be doing. And then I'm just going to be using standard Miracle-Gro. This one I just made sure has some iron content in it. I think all Miracle-Gro does, but when I want to make sure that I'm getting some iron to my plants, if their leaves just are yellowing and not greening up, then I look for on the label and see what the available nutrients are, and I look for iron, and that usually solves my problem that way. So I'm going to just sprinkle some of this around the base of this plant of both of these products, work it in a little bit just with one of these little hand rakes, and then I'm going to water it in well, and it's just going to be that simple. And then they both are an application again about once a month, so that's all it takes. So I'm not going to get a measuring cup out, but I'm just going to kind of eyeball my half a cup around the perimeter, staying off the stem. Spread it out. Probably went a little bit far, so I'm going to get a little closer in because you want to be under the drip line of the plant, and the drip line is just out to where the furthest branches reach. So that should be good. And then it's just the same idea with the fertilizer. And the fertilizer gives you a guide of about how much, I don't know, bits of fertilizer you should see on the ground when you're done. And then, like I said, just go around and just kind of rake it in a little bit. And I don't really know how necessary it is to rake it in. The water's going to work it in anyways. But in here, may as well do it. And I'm just going to water it in really well. Like I said, this shrub really likes water. And that'll just get these nutrients down to the root level. Just a 3-gallon, 12 liters of water here in this watering can. So I'm just going to dump the whole thing on around the perimeter just to really work those down to the roots. And we're supposed to have some hot days coming up here. Lots of sun. We haven't had a lot of sun yet this year, so that'll be good. And should really get this plant going and thriving. And like I said, I think next year will be the year for this shrub. So there, a little dose of aluminum sulfate, a few nutrients, and a good watering, and now some sunshine and heat should help this shrub to put on some growth and be really happy. I'm really looking forward to seeing what this shrub does next year. Like I said, that'll be its 3rd summer in this space, so I think that's when we'll really see some development happen. My only concern with it so far is the winter dieback, and we haven't had overly harsh winters, especially this past winter. There was a lot of snow cover, so it should have been fairly safe. So that's my only thing that's concerning me with this shrub, is that it's maybe not quite as hardy as it was listed on the tag. I've not yet seen blooms in the summer, but it is supposed to set the blooms on new wood. So we'll see what happens this year, and then, like I said, in the following years. But I have high hopes for this, and I'll keep updating you each year and letting you know how it's doing and what I think about it. If you are in a climate similar to mine or not, let us know what your climate is, and if you have one of these plants growing, what you think of it and how it's performed in your garden. It'd be good for myself and my viewers to know that. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.